What's good, everybody? Danny D and King Kapuka Kapono here. We're gonna show you a very efficient way to fish here in Hawaii, just a basic dunking rig. We already showed you how to do a whipping rig and kind of a light bobber rig, so this is kind of the trifecta of rigs here in Hawaii. This last rig is kind of the entry to what you need to know to fish here.
What you'll need.
Yeah, so this is the basics of what you're needing. You're gonna need some leads. We'll get into like the sizes later, but you want something around maybe 1 ounce or plus, so kind of around that area. Then you want your triple I swivel, and then a hook. Again, hook size is gonna kind of be different depending on what you're doing, but a hook around this size is kind of optimum for most fish.
And what I like to run is a 10-pound weight line and a 30-pound hook line. So I like the weight line to be the least amount. So the main line is probably about 50-pound braid connected to a 30-pound hook line, and then the weight line is only 10 pounds, just in case this weight line gets stuck, it breaks free.
Yep. So the basic how this rig works is you cast out your rig, the weight sinks to the bottom, it kind of ledges itself in the sand or rocks or whatever, and then you have your bait will be hanging down, kind of free floating in the water, so fish can come up and just snag it.
Yep. And we'll explain all that as we go.
Mm-hmm.
So the first tutorial that we did, the tips, we kind of made fun of people that didn't know how to put the line through the eyes.
Yeah, we're sorry, guys.
So
you're not blowing it. We'll show you how to put the line through the eyes.
Sorry about anybody but we offended about that.
Bro, don't knock my mangoes off my tree. I'll be so sad. No mango bread this season if you hit those off.
Yep. Put the line through the eyes.
For real though, if you guys don't know how to do this.
That is how you put the line through the eyes. So you're gonna start off with your 3-way swivel. I've seen people use just the bigger barrel swivels for this, but the optimal way is with the 3-way swivel. So you just put one through the rings, make your knot. We do like to do the fisherman knot.
If you don't know that knot, check our first tutorial video.
So you just make a loop like this, and you just wrap it around. Here, I'll do that one more time for you guys.
Yeah, I'll give you a quick update on the knot. Oh, and it's gone.
Permagon.
If that was sand, that would have been gone forever.
So so now it's just on like that. Basically, you just make a loop and you just wrap it around the line. I like to do it about 6 to 8 times. No less, and no more is needed.
Boom.
Check your knot. Knot's good. I need to go get scissors.
Oh. Oh, what do you know? They're here in my hand the whole time.
So, start off with the weight line. I like it to be according to the terrain that you're fishing in. If it's sandy, you can make this really short, say about 1 foot long. But if it's rocky, like most of the shoreline is here,
90% of Hawaii shoreline.
I like to do it about the size of my whip rig. Super extra long.
Nice arm's length. If you getting your lead line stuck in rocks and stuff, it's gonna happen. And if you have a light one like this, it's not gonna be game over. But when you get your like heavy test hook line stuck in rocks and stuff, that becomes an issue. And you're trying to break through 30-pound tests, like just not fun at all. So you want to keep that. If you're in a rocky terrain, you want to make sure that your hook is well above the rocks or the reef or whatever. You don't want it to get stuck in there. You don't want to fish to nail your bait and dive into a rock.
Which happens all too often.
All the time.
Get the 1 ounce weight. Put that on. This is kind of a light weight for this rig, just what we had on hand. So
Yeah, you can go as heavy as you want, or as I wouldn't go much lighter than an ounce though. It's just gonna be hard to keep in one spot. Kind of defeat the whole purpose of a dunking rig.
That's what we got so far. You got your 3-way swivel here, connected to your
Lead line.
brake line, I like to call it,
Yeah.
and your lead. And then you take your 30-pound hook line.
30 is a good weight for this because when you start going heavier, like 50, it likes to just spool up on itself while it's out there in the water and kind of just curl in on itself.
So I'll do maybe about 1.5 feet to 1 foot long.
If you're going for big game, wire leaders, stick one of those on here. Same concept. So yeah, so 1.5 feet, good length for your main line coming off of that to your hook. Again, as long as it's just kind of above the substrate, you're good. If it's sand, you can actually have it longer than your lead line if you want, and you can let that just kind of sit in the sand and things will come and pick it up. So you can customize this how you like to where you're at.
Yep. If it's sandy, you can make the lead line or the brake line even shorter than the hook line, because you don't really have to worry about snags in a sandy area. And if you want the shrimp or the squid to be laying on the sand where the bonefish or the moi like to play or pick up their little crabs and stuff, or you can make it super long, like I usually run it with the lead line way longer than the hook line, so when the hook line gets stuck in a rock, your bait's just floating around, and if something swims by and grabs it, it can either break the lead line itself, and then you're just fighting the fish with the hook and the 3-way swivel. You don't have to worry about the lead line getting stuck, which is why you always want to make the lead line a lighter pound test than your hook line or your main line.
Always.
Super simple. I'd say use squid or shrimp for this. Probably squid is better because it stays on the hook with the dunking rig, but shrimp is excellent. Another reason why you want to make this about 1.5 feet long is because you don't want it directly next to that swivel. Fish tend to see it and get finicky about biting your bait, but huggies won't have a problem with that.
Yeah, huggies don't care. So if you're a huggy hunter, don't even worry. You can just do anything you want basically and you'll catch a huggy.
So I like to rig this up before we even go out, and then put the lead inside of here like that.
Yeah, real easy way to carry it. Not getting all hooked or banged up by your lead or anything, and then just get there and cast out one speed.
Any more tips about a dunking rig?
I think we pretty well covered it, guys. Again, this is all about customization to what you want to do and kind of your preferences. So this is just a base idea of, you know, what is a dunking rig? This is a dunking rig. You can change this up, mix it up, change the test, you know, to however you feel and however you want to run it. But if you just want a surefire way to use a dunking rig, this right here, what Andrew just showed you, is going to work out. So one more thing, guys, we had before the end of this video. We have finally closed up that reel giveaway. So we have selected a winner using a random number generator. We took the number of comments to use a random number generator, counted down that number, and have selected the winner. And that winner is, Dandra, and drum roll.
So the winner of the reel, and Merry Christmas everybody, is Kamehu 808.
Yeah, buddy.
And he said you should do a subscriber fishing tournament.
That actually sounds pretty cool.
Which would be really cool.
Yeah, that would be. So
hopefully one day we'll be big enough where we can invite a bunch of people out.
That'd be sick.
And do that for everybody.
That'd be really fun.
That'd be awesome. Thanks to everybody who, you know, has been supporting us and commenting.
Yeah, you guys pretty much make this worthwhile. Like, you guys commenting and giving us your love.
we didn't expect all the positive feedback from everyone.
Yeah, it's been really cool. Well, yeah. So, congratulations, Kamehu. Way to go, Boo.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Shoot.
Look forward for the next one, and